Firstly, I want to express greetings to those people who received this award. So when I received Nobel Peace Prize, I express, that prize is something recognition about my small contribution. So therefore, I have to carry my commitment, non-violence, or say dialogue, or this will continuously I will carry. Otherwise, all my activities meant for receiving some award. This is wrong. So that award is simply recognition my effort. So till my death, I have to carry this work. At that time, I expressed that way. So here, now, you received some sort of award, and I don't know how many money, some checks there. So you see, now you receive these things, then relax. This is wrong. You have to work even harder. You see, people, put more hope. So therefore, you have more responsibility. Now, please carry your work continuously. I really appreciate when you see because of the receiver, the award, each one sort of, introduce or introduction. So I really very much impressed. And some, so not only taking care physical, but also care mind. Wonderful, wonderful. Then I want to just to say, since 1956, Buddha Jayanti celebration, I had opportunity to visit Chennai. At that time, we call Madras. So, this famous city, quite familiar in my mind. And then, 59, since I become political asylum or refugee in this great country, 59 also is, I think early 60 or late 59, again, I had opportunity to come here. At that time, I remember very clearly, Raja Gopalachari there. He welcomed me like that. So since then, a few occasions I come. Now this time I noticed there's a lot of new constructions, big buildings. So I think even my own place in Kangra district, when I first came in 1960, very small town and poor village like that. Over now 55 years, there's a lot of development, constructions. I think everywhere, all over the world, I think external modernization or these development there, including China. But equally important, nice city, nice building, the people should have more peaceful mind, joyfulness, big house, inside, a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. And then, not necessarily say wonderful, half good, half still not adequate. I mean, physical, the material development provide us physical comfort. But material values, money, I think, not genuine, because of the usual education, these not necessarily bring us inner peace. We can see many affluent world, materially highly developed, as well as modern education, highly developed. But people in such society, not necessarily really peaceful, happy one. So this shows we have to pay more attention about inner peace. In this respect, Bharat, India, there is real great potential to bring inner peace. Over 3,000 years, you see, this country really developed, I think, deeper awareness about our emotion, about our mind. And with that knowledge, tackle about destructive emotion. That's actually part of ancient Indian culture. So with that, the concept of ahimsa, concept of secular, with that, now today, I think India, in spite of a lot of problems, I think only country where all major world religious traditions live together harmoniously. When we see what a problem, killing in the name of religion, then we really realize, oh, this country, over 2,000 years, all major world religious traditions develop or establish this country. Of course, few cases, there are some problems in the name of different religious tradition. It's understandable. Over a billion human beings, or over a billion human beings, some mischievous people must be there. Without that, not a human society. So some mischievous people always there. So you see, due to that, it's some problem here and there. That's okay. But overall, I think India, really, example of the rest of the world, different religious tradition, in spite of different philosophy, can live together with mutual respect, mutual learning. So now, I often use it telling, when I meet people, my Indians, my friend, you see, you have this opportunity, combination, ancient, rich knowledge about human emotion or human mind, and these things, and modern technology, modern science combined. I think late Abdul Kalam, he's a scientist, as is that mentioned. At the same time, very spiritual-minded. His background, Muslim. When he was as a president, of course, not sort of much sort of because of time or serious discussion. After he retired, there's a few occasions. I call him because I really love him. I really admire him. So you see, some occasion I visited, you see, his residence in Delhi. So one occasion, I think one picture, you see, he holding one book. You see that? Actually, I remember one Buddhist literature. 8th century is one great Buddhist master. You see, one of his writing. He showed me